Legislative sabotage, the tax law controversy Nigerians must not ignore. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Depending on where you're watching us from, you're welcome back to BMS channel. Something very dangerous may be happening in Nigeria, and many people are treating it like normal politics. A sitting member of House of Representatives, Honorable Abdulsammad Dasuki from Sokoto, PDP, has alleged that the gazetted tax reform laws are not the same version passed by the National Assembly. Let that sink in. If this allegation is true, then we are not talking about policy disagreements. We are talking about legislative sabotage. And that is not a small issue. That is a constitutional crisis. Let's slow this down. In Nigeria, the process is simple. The National Assembly debates and pass a bill. The president asserts the law is gazetted exactly as passed. What Honorable Dasuki is alleging is this: the laws that were gazetted and presented to Nigerians are different from what lawmakers voted for. If true, that means someone altered the law after parliament. Someone bypassed elected representatives. Someone undermined democracy itself. This is not a clearer error. This is not a typo error. This is about who controls lawmaking in Nigeria.
Or breach of privilege has been committed, or referring the matter to the Committee of Ethics and Privileges. Still, if the matter is raised in the Committee of the Whole, the chairman shall leave the chair on the order to report progress. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I'm here today because my privilege has been breached as a member of this all-important House, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, we passed the tax laws on this floor, and Mr. Speaker, I took my time in the last 3 days to look at the gazetted pass copy, the vote and proceedings of the House of Representatives, and also went an extra mile to look at the vote and proceedings of the Senate of what was harmonized. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, what I passed on this floor is not what is gazetted. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I have all the copies, but I'm coming under privilege because I was here, I gave my vote, and it was counted, and I'm seeing something completely different. So on that note, on this privilege, I will call on Mr. Speaker to graciously look at what was harmonized, what is in the gazetted copy, what was passed in the House and the Senate. You will find out what is before Nigerians, which is being sold to Nigerians at the Ministry of Information, which I personally went to buy the gazetted copies, are not what was passed. So there is no motion here, but Mr. Speaker, I'll be pleading that all the documents should be brought before the Committee of the Whole. The whole members should see what is in the gazetted, should see what they passed on the floor, so that we can make the relevant amendments. Mr. Speaker, this is a breach of the Constitution, this is a breach of our laws, and this should not be taken by this honorable House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I so move.
Thank you, Honorable Abdulsammad. Your observation is noted and action will be taken. I assure you that. Thank you.
If laws can be changed after Parliament passed them, then the National Assembly becomes ceremonial, vote becomes useless, debate becomes theatre, representation becomes a lie. In any serious democracy, this allegation alone would trigger. But now I want you to ask yourself a question. Why does this not shock Nigerians anymore? Because many people already feel that rules are flexible, institutions bend easily, outcomes matters more than process. From elections to court ruling to policy rollout, the public perception is the same. They will do what they want anyway. That loss of trust is dangerous because democracy does not die overnight, it dies slowly through normalized compromise. This is what Nigerians should be doing to APC government by now. But everyone is silent. Everyone is claiming it doesn't concern them. Now, let's add an important voice to this conversation. Peter Obi has been very clear on tax reform. His position has always been tax reforms must be transparent. Tax must be fair, not punitive. You don't tax people into poverty. You grow productivity first, then tax prosperity. Obi has repeatedly argued that you cannot increase tax while people are struggling to survive. You cannot reform revenue without reforming governance. You cannot demand sacrifice without trust. So when tax laws themselves are questioned, the credibility of the entire reform collapses. The real question Nigerians should ask, even if you support this government, even if you support the tax reform, even if you dislike Peter Obi, you must ask, were the laws Nigerians are obeying actually passed by their representatives? Because if the answer is unclear, then we have crossed from policy debate into democratic danger. No reform is valid without legitimacy. No law is powerful without trust. No government survives long without credibility. This is bigger than politics. This is not APC versus PDP. This is not Obi versus Tinubu. This is not opposition noise. This is about process. If lawmakers are ignored, if laws are altered, if citizens are kept in dark, then tomorrow it won't just be tax laws, it will be everything else. And by the time people realize, it may be too late to reverse. The question that must be answered. So Nigerians must demand clarity, not insult, not propaganda. Were this gazetted tax law identical to what the National Assembly passed? Yes or no? Until that question is answered, every conversation about reform remains incomplete. Please be honest. If laws can be changed after Parliament passed them, what exactly are Nigerians voting representatives for? Drop your thoughts. No abuse, just facts. If this is your first time of watching our channel, please feel free to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share our videos, and please don't forget to turn on the notification bell in order to be getting our updates. Good morning, Nigerians.